Hi, friends. I'm Betty McNitt, and this is the last day of the Pocket Shawl Challenge. I'm really enjoying seeing all your pocket shawls in the group coming together. They're looking really great. And I am here to finish up, show you the edge, the pocket folding and edge of the sideways pocket shawl. And I had to delete a question in the group because it had a screenshot in it, which we just know absolutely no screenshots at all. I know it's like just a little screenshot of like part of the pattern, but it's just a black and white rule. We just do not allow screenshots in the group because it's content theft. But the question was about the sideways pocket shawl, and after you complete the last row 7, it says repeat the 6-day kid blanket rows 2 through 7 1, and then in parentheses it says 1 comma 0 times, and then repeat 6-day kid blanket row 2 through 4 1 time. And I'm just gonna guess that she's confused about the parentheses with the 1 and the 0. And if you scroll up to the top, and I had to check and make sure that I had actually put this in. So right under where it says begin pattern, it says directions are given for DK weight with worsted and bulky in parentheses. So the 1 is DK weight, the second one is worsted weight, and the 0 is bulky weight. So if you're using a bulky weight yarn, you only have to do 1 repeat of rows 2 through 7, and then you just go right to the last half repeat. But if you're using DK or worsted, you have to do another repeat. So this is DK weight yarn, and I only did 1 repeat of the pattern. So if I was really following my own pattern, I would have done another repeat. So let's just say I followed the bulky weight instructions for this, and I only did 1 repeat of the pattern. That's this one, 2 to 7, and then you go 2 to 4 again, and then square it off. Okay. Hey D. Oh, you're gonna finish today. Wow. So I hope that answers the question for the person that asked it. It's a very, very good question. If you don't know, you might not know that sometimes instructions are given for multiple weights or sizes of patterns, and that's how we do it. Okay. So I was gonna call this little project here a swatch, but I actually think that this little thing, it would make a good scarf. First of all, maybe if it were a little longer, but I actually think it would make a great pocket shawl for like a toddler. I have someone in my life who might like it. Okay, let's do this. So let me switch my screen. I feel like I didn't even say hi. I just jumped right in. Hey, Linda. Yes, my Saturday is going great. Nothing but crochet. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is my last square off row, so I'm not going to fasten off. I'm going to make 3 single crochet in the corner, and then I'm going to keep working down the side edge. And I know you all have seen me do this a million times, but honestly, I just feel like I can't do it enough. There's always somebody saying, how do I do that at side edge? I don't get it. So I'm working under 2 strands of the side edge stitches of the side of the rows, and I'm leaving one on the bottom. And I think what I forgot to say that I wanted to mention was at this point, 6-day kid blanket stuff is kind of hard to size because it's a 17 stitch repeat, right? So I can only make it this much long wider or shorter. And so you once you get this far, you might want to try it on and see how much pocket you want to flip up or not, right? And then what you can do, let me swap my cameras again. I knew there was something I forgot to say. You you can, obviously this is way too small for me, but I could fold up more or less. I could fold up more and make it shorter. I could fold up less and make it longer. And if it's not long enough, I can do a really wide ribbing here. Okay, you can put as much ribbing on the end of your shawl, on the end of your pocket as you want. Okay, so if you need more length, then that's what you would do. And if your length is good, you just want to make a shorter cuff, you can. But that would be a way to adjust your length for the pocket shawl. So before you complete this row that I'm working on and the ribbing for it, try it on. And I didn't make any, I tried, because I've gotten into a habit of making extra, chaining for and doing an extended double crochet on the sides on the last of my rows, but I didn't do that on this project so that I could just go follow like putting 2 single crochet into each chain, 2 single crochet into the side of each double crochet, 1 single crochet into the side of each single crochet. But everyone's tension is different, so the rules are not written in stone here. Okay, you have to keep laying it down and checking it and making sure that it's even. Okay. This is yarn is Lion Brand Mandala, and it is in the color brownie. The color is called brownie. Okay. See, I feel like it's flaring a little bit. So I might have extra stitches down in here somewhere. That's where I feel like it's flaring. But I'm going to keep going. So I'm just going to chain 5 and make a ribbing 4 stitches wide. So you chain Second chain from the hook, you work a single crochet, and then we're going to work in towards this edge. And then you're going to slip 1, slip 2. I'm actually going to slip a third one because I slipped that edge stitch and I really shouldn't have, but it just felt like it was kind of winging out. Okay, and then going back, you work in the back loop 1, and if you want to drop down a hook size for this, you can. We'll make your top pocket edge kind of gather in more. And then for the first and last stitch, I always work under both loops. Chain 1 and turn, I'm going under both loops, and then back loop only. And then slip stitch across the single crochet edge row that we just made. Back loop, 1, 2, 3, and then under both loops of the end, the first and last stitch of the row. Sounds like my landlord outside singing. Slip, slip, back loop only. 1, 2, 3. Y'all can probably hear their whole conversation. 3, chain 1, and then single crochet through both loops, back loop, back loop, back loop. Okay, and remember how I said I felt like this was ruffling a little bit and I had put too many stitches? Well, I'm just going to skip one here. Slip, slip, and just tighten that up a little bit. And I want my pocket top edge to gather in. I don't want it to stretch out and flop open. And, you know, then my remote control, my glasses, my book, whatever I'm putting in my pocket might fall out. Slip, slip, one, 2, 3 in the back loop only, both loops, back loop, back loop, back loop, slip, slip. I skipped again if you didn't catch that. 1, 2, 3, both loops, and then both loops coming back. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch, slip stitch. I'm almost halfway there. I love this color. You know, it would be great if Lion Brand had the colors, just the solid colors to match the mandala. Like the Shepius has the whirlettes. Could have like a little extra of one certain color without having to cut up a whole cake. To have a little more for the ribbing edging. If they had that, I would buy all of this color up. I love this color. Slip, slip, and turn. I'm skipping here and there along the way. That's the point of ribbing, to gather in an edge a little bit, like you would put it on the edge of a hat or the bottom of the sleeve. It's to pull in that flare. Oops. Oh my goodness. What did I do? All right. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I did it. Almost there, guys. Guys. Why did I say that? Yeah, I saw another article about a male knitter slash crocheter. I don't remember which one, that said, oh, this is something only old ladies do, but he's doing it. And I'm just like, can we stop with that stereotype already, that only old ladies knit and crochet? I mean, that is so tired and worn out. And this person is probably making really nice things. And how about some recognition for that instead of recognition for not being an old lady? Okay, so I ended up going that way, and I really want to be at the end of the other end of this out the corner. So I'm just gonna do a little one more row so that I end up at the corner. Pretty sure that was the right thing to do. Let me check the pattern. Yeah, so that turned out pretty well, I think, in terms of having it pull in and not flare out. Let me see what I wrote to do. Pocket edge, pocket edge, pocket edge, pocket edge. Okay, this says fold up approximately 12 inches or the desired length of your pocket. You know what? It doesn't matter. I didn't need to do that because I'm gonna, yeah, this is a fasten off. This can be fastened off. Does it say that? Let me go back and check and make sure it says fasten off. Square off, make a rib edge. Nope. Yes, it does. See, I do some things right. Okay, fasten it off. I don't weave in ends until the end, especially if I'm going to do an edge over it. Okay, and then, all right, so what you want to do is you want to fold up, and I only did one edge, I only did one pocket edge because I'm on a live and we don't want to be here all day. But you would want to, after you do both of them, make sure you check, because guess who did this? I folded one pocket one way and one pocket the other way, and so it didn't work. So make sure you're folding both pockets the same way, because you want them on the same side of the work. Okay, I've only done one edge, so I don't have to worry about that just yet. But yeah, that's a thing. And then use stitch markers or yarn or paper clips or whatever, and count stitch by stitch and line it up. And I'm gonna mark like every 5 stitches. Oops, I'm way off to the side. Okay, and then you'd want to do the same thing on the other side. You will want to count exactly how many stitches you folded up and make sure you match it exactly. I'm just going to eye it right now because I'm only going to do one side in the video. But you would want to count stitch for stitch. And then, of course, you would have your other side to do as well. Both pockets. Okay, let's see what I did next. Starting at one corner with right side facing, that would be this side, work a row of single crochet through both layers of the pocket and the edge. Continue across the body of the scarf. And then when you reach the next corner of the pocket, work through both layers again. So you're basically you're, you know, attaching the side of the pocket to the side of the work on both sides. So I'm just going to go to about here and for an edge so that I can show the whole edge. Because I don't like video, you know, yeah, we're not going to stay on here all day and it's already been 25 minutes. Okay, so edge row 1. I'm just going to start at this corner. I'm going under both. You can do just one, you know, thread from each, like the back loop and of this row and the front loop of that row, but I like to go under both. It feels more sturdy to me. So I'm going under both loops of the top of the front pocket edge and the back, what's now the shawl edge. And that's how we do it. And for this reason, I wouldn't recommend making your shawl wider, any wider than you want the pocket to be. Okay, if you want it to be wider, then I would add more edge rows to make it wider. You can add as many as you want, but I would keep it narrow for the pocket because you don't want this big old pocket flopping around. That was my first prototype. One of my moderators tested it up and she was like, this is unusable, the pocket's too wide. And I think she ended up putting it on her couch. So yeah, if you want it to be wider, then you're going to keep repeating these edge rows. But first we're going to connect it together. Hey Amy, how's it going today? Whoops. My stitch marker came out. Okay, and then you just keep going. And in the real world, you would have your other pocket all pinned up and ready to go on the other end of this row. Oh, you have your concert tonight. You're going to go see Garth Brooks. So exciting. Okay, so let's pretend I'm at the end of the row and I did my other pocket and I'm ready for edge row 2. We're going to chain 3 and then you do a crossed double crochet to the last stitch. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. You skip a stitch and double crochet, and then you double crochet the stitch you skipped. Okay, and you can work right over that first double crochet you made. Okay, that's one way. The other way would be to work behind it. Okay. and then your cross, the I mean, it's actually a cable. It's a cable stitch. A cable is when you work stitches out of order, right? It has a little more definition. It's just, you can see it's a little, you're not just going to fly along. You can also work, I guess there's 3 ways. You can work in front of it too. Pain in the butt. And it'll cross the other way. Whoops. I hope I never, ever have to do that in a project. I don't like it. This is just working over top of the first double crochet. This is working behind it. 1, 2, 3. I did 3 working behind, and then I did 2 working in front. My favorite way to do it is to work behind. Oh, except I skipped. Oops. Super easy way to add texture to something. And I wanted my pocket shawl to have, like those thick texture rows like I saw on the other trending pocket shawls. Amy says she hit up a farmer's market this morning. She's plugging away on her blanket. She started during the challenge. She's on the last set of color blocks. Just 1 more of each. And then we're going to double crochet in the last stitch. I have an end here. I'm going to wrap it around my working yarn a couple of times just to keep it from unraveling. That's better. Okay. Next row is half double crochet across. Easy enough. I don't think I've ever done a video of these rows, come to think of it. It's probably why not that many people make this version. Okay, what did I do next? Edge row 4, chain 3, working into third loop of half double crochet. You do the crossed double crochet like we did on the last row. So this is the top loop. This would be the front loop and the back loop, and this third loop is right here facing me. So I'm just only going to work under that third loop. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before, which can be a little awkward. You're going to do that crossed double crochet like we did in the top. But just only use the third loop. So I actually kind of flip my hook over and I grab that loop with the hook part to get under it. Okay. And we're actually working on the wrong side of the shawl right now. So when we flip this over, you're going to see the line. Oh, this is why people like half double crochet in the back loop, working in the back, the third loop rather, of half double crochet, is because it makes this line of texture that actually looks like a knitted stitch, a row of knitting across the work. Speaking of knitting, we're going to start my online class, Crocheters Learn to Knit, on Tuesday. You can sign up on my page, find the event, Crocheters Learn to Knit. I think I posted it in all the groups too. And make sure you register for the Zoom call, because that's the only people that are going to have access to the video replay. It's 4 weeks and it's free. And if you have somewhere local you can shop for knitting needles, you still have time. We're going to work in the round, so you're going to need a circular needle. It should be fun. It's an experiment. I've never taught knitting this way before, so it might be a big failure. But, you know, crocheters always say, oh, I just couldn't get the hang of the 2 needle thing, or, you know, it takes forever. Crocheting is so much faster. And so I hope that I can help you overcome some of the obstacles that you might have faced the last time you tried to learn how to knit. And then double crochet in the last stitch. Ooh, look at that texture. Oh, I love it. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Edge row 5 is half double crochet across again. And then it says repeat or eliminate rows 4 and 5 to adjust the width of your shawl. So yeah, if you want it wider, this is where you do it. Don't make the scarf section wider because then you're going to have this pocket. This big old pocket. Chain 2, half double crochet across. Okay, and edge row 6, we're going to work a row of reverse single crochet in the third loop of the half double crochet. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, and then we're working in this back loop, reverse single crochet, pull up a loop. This is awkward as heck. Is that how I did it? Did I go that way? I'm sure I did. You have to pull it up, and you have to come up between the back loop and the loop on your hook. Hold on, I split my stitch there. There you go. It's awkward as heck, but it gives you this line of, it gives you the half double crochet texture line, and then it gives you the reverse single crochet. So there's another way that you can do this, and it's twisted single crochet. So you can turn it, pull up a loop, and then what you do is you twist your hook all the way around and then complete the stitch. Pull up a loop, twirl your hook. To me, it takes longer, but it's a little easier because you don't have to go backwards. Some people resist the going backwards feels really awkward. Okay. And let me go back because my working it from the front does not look the same as it did working from the back. This is what it's supposed to look like. That's not right. Let's see what I'm doing here. I'm doing something where I'm not twisting it. I think it's right here. I think I have to go over. I wonder what I did. Let's just do it this way. Because that's not looking like it's supposed to. And I know I didn't do it like this either. Yeah, and you can't be super tight on this. You won't be able to get your hook through. You can see I'm holding it right at the base of the stitches too.
You would just continue all the way across, of course, into the end of the row, and then you're going to finish it off. And then you have to flip your shawl over and do all 6 of those rows on the other side, or more if you decided to make it wider by adding additional rows.
Can't you just imagine your remote control or your book or your glasses or your tissues in that in that pocket? Okay, friends, I hope this has been a really productive challenge for you and you got lots of pocket shawls started for your gifting, holiday gifting this year. And it's been really fun for me to revisit these patterns and catch a couple of little boo-boos and, find the tricky spots again and help you through them. And yeah, remember to post your progress photos and your collage photo in the album that I made for this challenge, and each progress photo under each day. And I'll give you guys a week or so to get everything posted that you want to post, and then I'll draw a name and send somebody a little Betty McKnitt swag gift. All right, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I will see you all online later. Bye. After the live, I figured out what I was doing wrong. Not create the twist in that reverse single crochet. So you have to take the hook under the work, find that third loop, pull it up, and there's my twist, and pull through. Go under and come up underneath, and then pull through. Go under and come up underneath it and pull through. Go under, take the hook under the work and pull through, under the work. Find that third loop. Where is it? And come up and pull through. There you go. I hope that helps for those of you who aren't afraid to go backwards in your crochet.